This is a turning point public service announcement. The carrot test. Are you of the understanding that you were born with the natural human right to plant, grow, harvest and eat a carrot? If your answer is yes, then by constitutional protections and jurisdictional outlines, you have the same protected natural right to plant, grow and utilize cannabis. When considering voting for an initiative or supporting legislation, or supporting organizations that have anything to do with cannabis, it is imperative to your evaluation that whoever or whatever you support can not only pass the carrot test, but should reflect the same understanding in text and actions or campaigns and so forth. The carrot test is the Occam's razor response to the plant species cannabis being outlawed through regulation and or now being legalized through the same relative jurisdictional regulations. The human rights and constitutional problem with outlawing plants are the same in that humans are born with the right to plant, cultivate, harvest and use the naturally occurring plant material for the many needs of their lives, from food and medicine to clothes and so forth. The Constitution of the United States was first and foremost intended to protect the naturally endowed rights of human beings. The Constitution has also provided for government authority to regulate commerce. The corporate government has blurred the lines of jurisdictional authority, and that government has outlawed your constitutionally protected naturally endowed right to garden for yourself and your family by way of its jurisdictional authority over commerce. In any honest equation aimed at repairing the obvious disparages described here, one need first run the carrot test. The carrot test is simply to ask the question, does this proposal, candidate, or organization represent an effort to restore my human right to grow and use natural plants for my own needs? This without exception is the first question we should all be asking, because all other commercial regulatory laws need to be formulated on the secure foundation of your human rights, or they will continue to not only jurisdictionally extinguish your natural rights, but they will bury any possible litigious path back to restoring such rights. People and legislators all over the country are holding meetings and hearings in effort to regulate, tax and legalize cannabis in some way. All such activity goes to concede that the corporate government has legitimate jurisdictional authority to outlaw your naturally endowed human rights. It is our responsibility to demand our naturally endowed rights be restored. Instead, led by a corporate legalization scheme, we are being led down a path where corporations supplant our need for natural human rights. Our job as humans is to make sure our children are born into a world that lives together and protects naturally endowed physical rights. It's time to honor our responsibility to future generations by bringing these issues to federal court, where we should be holding government to account for crimes against humanity and nature, and where we should be demanding the restoration of our naturally endowed human rights. This has been a Turning Point public service announcement.
Homegrown's alright with me. Homegrown is the way it should be. Homegrown is a good